grab it at the top, run it around. Here's one of the problems that we have on our Travada 59K, and it may be a lot of others. It's different models, I guess. It's also the K with the rear bathroom, but the shower curtain. Mine come from the factory with the channel here that the shower curtain is supposed to slide through. Has a big wide gap right there where they bent the aluminum to make the corner, and here you have another gap, and you come on around, there's a gap there, not so much here, and when you try to bring the curtain around here and you come around this way, the length in the corner makes the little slide thing get stuck right there. It won't go any further. One reason is the gap. It did get past the gap this time. Usually it comes out in that gap. Just completely comes out. But it gets here, and what happens is it's a straight pull from this location to that location, so the curtain won't pull. What it needs is something in the corner to make the corner, and then it'll go around the edge. So that's our problem. First thing I'm going to do is close up the gap. So we'll take the curtain off, get it, completely remove the channel. Is the easiest way to make sure you don't mess up the screw holes when you start trying to straighten this out. I mean, that right there is the reason why my little pieces, which I can't get them out of there now, was jumping out of the track. They had too big of a gap, and they did that when they bent the 90-degree angle. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna take some black tape, and we're gonna put it on the sides of this so we don't mess it up. And I found out that a 7/32 Allen wrench will almost fit in that slot. So as long as I can get it to where it don't fit, I've gone enough. As you can see around the corner, it actually worked fair around the corners. Just when you get here that I've got so much room that I got to close it up. Here's it's perfect. Again, it's a little snug right there, but that's okay. You got down here on this corner, and I've got a lot of room again. Everything else is good. It's just in those corners. So I'm going to take my channel locks, and I'm going to grip it, and I'm going to squeeze it. I'm going to check it. It don't matter that it's kind of crooked. It just does matter that it's too big of a gap. I'm going to tighten that up just a little bit more. Now we're going to check that because my screws, I left them in the track. I got to screw them down. Then I can slide my pieces back up to do a test, and I do want to do it. They don't come out anymore. They slide around. So now it becomes shorter distances here to here, so I don't want to pull this grommet around the side. So what I'm going to do is put a piece in here that's going to latch onto the top of it and overhang to keep it from pulling off, but a little piece of aluminum that I picked up at the hardware store. And I'm going to make it fit this corner to make it slide that curtain around. Okay, so I picked up this piece of 6-inch by 18-inch aluminum at the hardware store, and that's what I'm going to make my modification with for my shower. what I found out is the thickness of the plywood and 2 thicknesses of this material makes 530 thousandths, which is exactly what that track measures. So I'm going to take that, place my bending piece here, just like that. You have to clamp it pretty tight because you don't want it to move. You don't want the material to slide as you bend it. And you wouldn't know it. I put my clamps right where I need to bend that under. So I'm going to move my clamps. Turn my board over. Take our curved piece. We want the curve to be, this track piece to be inside, so when the curtain comes around it'll help it stay to the corner. Remember, the whole idea is to make it stay into the corner. Now, what holds it in is this goes up against the ceiling. This is actually covered by the side of the wall, so you don't see these at all either. And this is held on from the top by the screw that holds it in. So I'm going to do this again for the other side, and then we'll go do the install. So on this side, we have a screw that needs to be in there. And because of the way this is designed, the screw head is actually bigger than the hole. So the screw, I can't back it out without widening the track. So I'm going to mark it. We're either going to trim the piece of aluminum. I could spread the track and then re-squeeze it back together, but I really don't want to do that. And this right here don't need to have that much of a tab on it anyway. It's stays anyway. So we're going to put this in, try to figure out where that screw is going to go, and we'll mark it, and we'll kind of drill it or notch it. So we'll just push it into the corner, just like that. And we're going to mark it. Right there it is, it dented it. So now we'll take it back off. We're going to drill an oversized hole there. There we go. Got a hole in it. Go back into your camper, reinstall your track back in where it was. This is what the modification looks like. Get it all back in, and we'll hang the curtain. So this is the results. What you have to watch for, I found, is the screws. Wherever they put the screws in, they also had little nicks in it. And there's one here. I had to go around and sand those. They actually will stop the curtain. There's one that probably needs sanding again, and that needs a little bit right there. But all in all, the install is in. And you can now take the curtain, grab it at the top, run it around, go all the way to there. That one stop was a screw over here that I've got, can't get to it to sand it, but I need to sand it down. But as you've seen, I didn't have to bunch it up in the corner, then pull it around. I just had to pull it. Now to go back, all you do is at the top, and the curtain's open. The easiest way to get to the next video is to select one of the tabs that appear here. We do welcome comments below. If you like what you've seen in this video and want to see more, hit the like and the subscribe buttons, and it'll let you know when we post something next.